I just want to thank the organization for allowing me this opportunity to speak today. And I'm just going to give you what I call my 60-second presentation, just to give you an overview of who exactly I am. First of all, I'm going to say once again good evening. And my name is Greg Perry, and I'm the owner of Crown Trophy of the Bronx. It's located here on Westchester, near Westchester Square, actually on Tremont Avenue. Some of the key words that I want you to identify us with are recognition, business promotion, and awards. Within saying that, I was asked earlier, how did I get started? And that's a very interesting question, and I'm going to make an effort to answer that question without getting emotional, okay? Because I have a habit of constantly getting emotional and crying, okay? But I'm going to answer that question. How did I get started? Well, it started off in 1985 as far as the awards business. At that time, from 1977 to 1985, I was Director of Operations for the Police Athletic League. And I was in charge of the 5 boroughs, and we had about a $3.3 million budget and about 200 people, 200 to 300 people on the staff. And in 1985, my whole life changed. My main background was in research between the parallel lines between academics and athletics. And what I wanted to do was to show the parallels between the academics and athletics with athletes. And that the same success formula that you use in athletics is the same success formula that you use in education, as well as in your careers and your jobs. So what ended up happening, in 1985, or actually 1977, a man named Conrad Ford was the Olympic coach in 1960 in Mexico City. At that time, he had asked me to come back, or around 1977, he asked me to come and work with him at PAL and assist him with what's called exercise physiology that deals with the mechanics of motion. And I was very good at it, and I would film and analyze to see how efficient athletes work. So what ended up happening, from 77 to 85, I worked as the operations director. And at the same time, in between all that, I would lecture at the different colleges in the City University, Baruch, CCNY, what's the other one, Bronx Community College, and I'm still lecturing down at Manhattan Community College. That is my at these communities through my boss, Conrad Ford. So what ended up happening in 85, when those 3 things happened, I swore never again to work for anyone unless it was on my own terms, okay? And so I decided to go into marketing and the awards business at that time. I was doing it part-time before, and then I decided to do it full-time. And what was very interesting, how I got with Crown Trophy, there was a man named Chuck Weisenfeld who ended up asking me to come into the business because it's a franchise business. We have 140 stores throughout the United States, and I'm store number 8, okay? And my store is located, as I said, in the Bronx on Tremont Avenue. So what ended up happening, I had an opportunity to work with another company who eventually I bought out. And what happened was this person could not finish the awards in time. And one of the things that we have to understand in business, you must keep your word, okay? You must keep your word. If you say that you're going to have something ready at a certain time, it has to be ready. Now guess what? I know that many of you might not have noticed, but I am a minority, okay? And minorities have to deal with a thing called perception. Okay, everybody understand that? Perception? Okay, let me give you perception of a minority. Okay, if you're black and Latino, it's like this. Perception is you're going to be late, you're going to be more expensive, the product is not going to be as well as my white counterpart. Everybody understand that? Okay, all right? So those perceptions. So we have to get rid of those perceptions, okay? So we have to be on time, we have to have great quality, and at the same time we have to have phenomenal, not good, phenomenal customer care, okay? Do we mess up sometimes? Yes, yes we do. We make mistakes. But now it's not mistakes because of this, okay? Because of color. It's mistakes because it's a common human error. Okay? So, in any event, I gave my word that I would have these plaques ready, and the person that I was dealing with said, oh, I can't get it ready. And I said, okay. I said, as God is my witness, I will find a way to get these plaques ready. So I started calling around the city. I called around the city, and the only person that says, yes, they can do the plaques for me was a company called Crown Trophy. And I had to go all the way out to Brooklyn in order to get the plaques ready. And guess what? They got them ready. I kept my word. And then the person said to me, he says, why don't you work with us selling your products or whatever, because I didn't want to work for anyone, I just wanted to work for myself. I was called a third-party vendor. I would have a manufacturer to make it up for me, and I would sell under my company's name. So we did this for several months, and the person said, listen, you have some great numbers, you market very well, why don't you buy a franchise? I said, of course, can't afford it. But you know what? I've learned not to use that word can't. One can never know what one can do until one makes the effort to do it. Does everybody understand?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So what ends up happening, Chuck and I got together, we brainstormed, and we ended up taking my house, taking out my equity, and buying the business. Is that the best way to do it? Absolutely not. The best way is to go to the bank and get a loan. But guess what? The bank said, you don't make enough money. I said, wait a minute. I make XYZ number of dollars. He says, no, that's not a single job. You make something over here, you make something over there, you make something over there. You know, it's called hustling. Everybody knows about that, right? You have to hustle and put things together, all right? So that's what I was doing. And I made decent money. But because you don't make it all in one place, they tell you that you don't make enough money. So I said, okay, fine. So we took the equity out, we bought the franchise, and absolutely not. Was it easy? Absolutely not, okay? It's simple, but it was not easy. So at the same time, Crown Trophy has given me an opportunity to design my life. It's more than about just doing plaques and trophies. It's given me an opportunity to design my life. It's given me an opportunity to travel when I want to travel. Why? Because I have an opportunity now to have a staff that we train, that supports me, that works with me, and not just for me. And I think some of you understand the difference between working with someone and working for someone. And I have a phenomenal staff. And they've given me an opportunity to travel throughout the United States, to go other places, to learn more, to see more, and at the same time, to market. So basically, one of the other things I just want to bring up is that we have to read a lot. And this right here is the Wall Street Journal. Somebody said to me, why do you read the Wall Street Journal? Can anybody answer why I read the Wall Street Journal? Anybody have an idea? Yes, sir?
Business.
Business, right. But I got a trophy business. What do I need a business paper for a trophy business? Trophy business, Wall Street Journal. Well, let me tell you something. Was oil up to $146 a barrel? Yes, it was. And guess what happens? UPS charges us a surcharge to make sure that our deliveries get there. Guess what? The figure is plastic. And plastic is an oil residue. And as an oil residue, okay, when the oil prices go up, the prices of this figure goes up. The prices of this acrylic goes up. Does everybody follow me? Yes. So therefore, I need to stay in and keep up with my reading, even though we're a trophy business, to find out what other businesses throughout the country are doing, okay, in this so-called recession. And a recession, many times people look at as the doom and gloom. No, we have to find a way to continually sell to our customer base by lowering prices, okay, finding markets or finding products that they can use. Maybe they're not going to buy as much as they bought before. Maybe instead of buying a $9 trophy, they buy a $4 trophy. But at the same time, we have to find those particular ways to assist our clients. And that's what we're about. So we're there to be the feel-good business. And basically, that is what Crown Trophy is all about. All right, well, listen, thank you very much. I appreciate having the opportunity to come. And I'm going to go ahead and sit back down and listen to Kathy when she comes up here. So thank you once again.